This is how we became an all-star host in less than 90 days, created a $250,000 a year business with this car rental business on the Turo platform. And I'm gonna show you guys 7 different things that have helped us and stuff that we've created in order to be successful and how we continue to grow this to a $1 million a year business. Yes, I know that sounds like a mouthful. I'm gonna be talking about how we became an all-star host and a few other things that I wanna be able to kind of break down. So this is gonna be a little bit more in depth, hopefully give you guys a lot of different strategies. Take some notes. I got 7 things that have helped us, and things as if you're going to be starting on the Turo platform. What I'm looking to really do is just give it all to you guys, okay? Give you guys as much info, my journey. I'm kind of here to document my journey with over 23 vehicles, a 23 plus car fleet. And to be able to actually run this, we're looking to expand here in the next few months, this next year. If we can make this $1 million business, all glory to God. If not, it might just be some scaling issues, and I'll kind of break that down. If you guys enjoy this stuff, let me know in the comments any questions you have by the end of this video. Let's break it down. So I'm basing this out of 250 plus trips and over 200 reviews across the platform between me and my partner. So me and my partner, we have 2 accounts. We have a fleet of over 23 at the moment as we're speaking. It might be increased if you guys are watching this a few months later, a year later, but this is where we're at as far as the stats. And I want to just show you guys how much we've done. I'm kind of breaking down my numbers here. So if you guys want to follow the journey, like I said, I'm just here to just document my journey and show you guys exactly what I've learned. Haven't bought any courses, haven't bought anything in the space, kind of just learned from the ground up and through experience of building out this business. So let's get into it. So to become an all-star host, I kind of show you guys, but you need a 95% response rate to all your people that message you, a 90% acceptance rate, a 95% commitment rate, meaning, how many times have you said yes or have you not canceled, 90% 5-star rating, so you need to have at least 90% of your ratings 5-star. We got 5 stars all across the board, and you need to at least complete 10 trips in a certain period that Turo is able to evaluate your account. So I'm giving you guys 7 tips, 7 things that have helped us on the journey, things to think about, and how to build this business from the ground up with over 250 plus trips, over 200 reviews, all 5 stars across the board from 2 accounts, and how we've created a $250,000, $250,000 plus a year business. And that's what we're estimated to do, a little bit more in this next year. So stay tuned. Number 1 is market research. So before getting started, I hope you guys are doing your market research. 2 types of market research. Number 1 is in your actual marketplace. So I'd go to any city, whatever city you guys are in, and actually see if people are renting. Check if people are renting around. There's a ton of stuff. You can literally do a Google review on the past few years, and I'm out here in Las Vegas. I've seen that Vegas a couple years back was one of the top 10, and then recently I think it's the top 13, 12 or 13 in the space in the nation as far as rentals. So I already knew that Vegas was going to be a hot market. It was a non-negotiable, no-brainer if it's in the top 10, top 20, especially if it's in the top 25 of rentals. Rentals is still an industry. Car rental space is an industry that's growing. I mean, we've seen stuff like Hertz and Enterprise. Hertz going out of biz, right? They went bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy back in, I think it was 2020. And then Enterprise is still kind of up there. They're hanging by a limb. But it's because of this new way of doing business. So make sure you guys are doing market research to see if you're able to scale a rental car business in your space. We knew Vegas is a hot spot, and we're just really looking to take market share. I'm sure as we hit power, the all-star host on here, I'm sure as we hit all-star host, a lot of people have been checking us out, probably looking at our stuff, but we've really been making a big impact. Kind of came out of nowhere in the space in the last 90 days, less than 90 days of growing this business. So 1 is you have to look at the market research. So market research that, and then 2, you got to make sure that you have to actually market research the cars. What cars are actually out there that are renting? Majority of our fleet is economies. Economies is what keeps us going. They're always out. They're always gone. We rarely see our economies out in the parking lot because they'll come in for even half a day, and then they're going to get booked the next day, or they'll come in at the morning and then they'll get booked later that evening. Economies, and then we have a few luxuries. So it's just a balance. It's like, what are people going out there to rent? And right now, especially in Vegas, people are just here to rent, just to go out and check what's going on, to go around the city. Some people take it to Cali. They'll fly in from all around the world, take it here, go to Cali. They'll experience all types of places all around. They'll go to Utah, Arizona, and just Vegas in general. So look and do your market research in the marketplace of people actually renting, and then check the type of vehicles that people are renting. And that's pretty much as simple as it can get as far as like your market research. Before you start out any business, you want to do at least a little market research, and then you just start testing. You know, you don't want to over complicate it. You don't want to over analyze or overthink it. If you think it's good or at a point where, hey, people are renting, start with one, start with two, start getting your feet wet, and then start going all out. We just went all out in 90 days, over 20 plus vehicles. We went all out. We already knew the market was hot, and we just decided not to just dip our toes, but dive straight in. And that's why we're able to learn so much in such little time. Two that I want to ask is, are you planning to do this part-time or full-time? Part-time or full-time? And if you're looking to do it part-time, it's as simple as like, hey, you got a car that you want to be able to list on the weekends because you're not really using your vehicle on the weekends, or throughout the week, maybe because you just started working from home with your company, then try that out. It's super simple to list a car. It's super simple. It's actually easier to start an account on Turo, list it, than it is to get approved and verified to create a brand new Facebook account. You know, Facebook's very strict with that now because of all that fraud stuff, but it's a lot simpler on the Turo platform to start an account, list the car, and it's like easy step by step. And then over time, you start to learn how to optimize your listing. You'll start getting a little bit better at looking at the market, what that vehicle is going for in the market, and you'll start to increase it, bump it up if it pays your car note. This is for those people that want to go part-time. One or two vehicles that you have on the side. Decide and ask yourself, are you looking to do this part-time? If you're looking to do this full-time, that's where you start to really strategically think the long term, and maybe it might take you a few more days or maybe a few weeks to do your market research, check it out, look at how to do the run, how to acquire more vehicles, and what's the best move based on your financial circumstance and based on just like the variables on the table. What's your availability? What are you doing when you're working full time? Do you have this flexibility? So ask yourself this. Number two is, are you looking to start off part-time? And it's good to start off part-time and then go full-time. Me, I have a lot more leverage. I have a lot more free time or flexibility based on everything I built around. So this is why I was able to go in without knowing too much and saying, no matter what, I'm willing to sacrifice day in, day out, mornings, nights, to be able to get this business going, started, build the systems, hire the right people, and get this thing going for years on years ahead. So ask yourself, part-time or full-time? Number three is the next question, and since we just talked about part-time and full-time, what are the hours and days that you have available? Okay, what's so great about the Turo is you can literally say, hey, I only want my car to get booked from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then after that, you know, I know that after 6 p.m. on certain days, no bookings, nothing's gonna happen around that, or things won't get pushed back as far as like, you know, figuring out whether I should be doing it after this time or doing it at the beginning of the day at this time. And you can block out certain days, block out certain weeks, times, all that stuff. So you'll be able to have the flexibility of when your car gets booked and when you're able to have it out there on the road. So this is the greatest part about doing it, is you have to know what days and what hours you're gonna be setting this forth as far as Turo. And if you're gonna take this seriously, that's why I asked, before you even ask yourself what hours and days, are you more flexible to do this part-time or full-time? So just know that you can have certain days where you have bookings. It can only just be weekends, and that's it. Like if someone wants to do it for the day or 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, by Sunday night, they got to give it back. Whatever that is, you can decide. So know that you can set the times between the hours and the days. Number four is what I'd probably recommend every Turo host, and it's trackers. Trackers are the best. There's so many different tracking companies out there. I tried just a few right now. I'm trying to try as many as I can, test a few. We did find one, and if you guys have any questions about that or need a referral, we got you. I got somebody that we're really close to back at the company that we use for tracking, and it's real-time tracking. It's been super fruitful. I really like the app, and it's really good with like just everything you need with the mileage of the vehicles, the vehicle, how much gas it has, the fuel, the day trips it has. It also has a dash cam. I love this tracking software. It has an app, and it's just been super fruitful for all our 20 plus vehicles. We're looking for other tracking methods too, other trackers, but you need to have a tracker. Yes, we pay monthly, there's a monthly fee for it, but it's totally worth it just so we can have a peace of mind, because a few things, we get to know where the client is. For example, if they say, hey, I'm 5 minutes away, but really they're 15, 20 minutes away, I know they're down south and they're trying to come up north, I'll know if they're quote unquote lying or not telling the truth, or just trying to make you feel good. And we've actually had an instance where somebody pretty much stole the vehicle for 24 hours, meaning they tried booking, they said it didn't work on the app, which we know it does work. And in most cases, this person was just running around with excuses. I'll probably make a video on that just because it happened recently. So it gave us peace of mind where the vehicle was at, and to know that they weren't saying all this other stuff, and they weren't running across the nation with the vehicle. They were actually not too far. You know, they're only like an hour and a half away, exactly where they said we're staying. Then we got to see them coming this way. And it just helped. Like I said, it gives you a lot of peace of mind. If any of the vehicles quote unquote get stolen, you get to see the last place where it was. So it gives you a lot of security as well, and it covers you. It gives you data, evidence as well on the back end. So I'd really highly recommend that. You're going to add to your expenses, but also it's going to help you as a renter to have a tracker at all times for your vehicles. Like I said, private message me or drop in the comments if you guys want to know our tracking company, and I'll actually set you up with our person, our rep. Really great company. So trackers is definitely something you will need as part of this rental car biz. Number 5 is the cleaning process. Obviously, there's going to be renters that, you know, might leave it dirty. We've had renters that literally traveled out to go to Red Rock and the Grand Canyon and all this nature and hikes, and it was just dirty, right? Like, it was more than what it should have been, so we had to do some extra cleaning. So yeah, there's going to be expenses with like cleaning material. You're always going to have that cleaning material, the disinfectants, all the types of wipes over time, and being able to, you know, utilize what you would clean on the outside of the car and the inside. You want to make sure that it's well maintained, it's clean on the inside. Turo makes you take a disinfecting test, and you have to take that and it'll help you as a host as well, give you a lot of insight and information, which I like about them. They're always on top of that cleanliness, and you want every renter to be able to experience, especially if it's a new guest, a clean vehicle. You want them to have a clean car. It just makes it look good, it helps them, and it doesn't spread any unnecessary things. So just know that there's going to be a cleaning process after every checkout before the next check-in for the vehicle. So be able to know that, hey, you're going to take an extra, depending on how dirty the car is, you know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, there's a process. It does take time to clean the vehicles and make sure. And then also we have a car wash. So I don't know if you guys want to continue to wash your vehicles outside and take that time. We actually take all our cars through a car wash. We spend about $15 a month per vehicle at our local car wash, and it's simple. Boom, goes in, we can vacuum it, and then we just wipe it down. It's a simple process, and I think it's just going to help you, especially for scaling. So like I said, depending on where you guys are at, based on how many vehicles, how big's your fleet, if it's only a couple cars, maybe you can just, you know, just wash it down, boom. We like to take it to a car wash that's literally a few minutes down the block from our store, and then get it washed, boom, it gets done, and we just wipe it down, we clean, vacuum. So just know that there's going to be a process. And for $15 to wash, especially the economy cars, we're washing them a couple times a month, and it's $7 per wash for that car wash. It's just so worth it for us. And then on top of paying for the monthly, we get extra perks, like they give us extra sanitizer stuff, and being able to give us things that make the car smell good at the end. So it's just totally worth it for the long term. So just know that you're going to have a cleaning process, and there's a process to be able to clean the vehicles, disinfect them, make sure they're nice on the outside. You just want a good impression for every new renter that comes your way. And so many people have given us this, like, you know, praise and said, hey, you know, thank you so much. Car was clean. It looked brand new inside out. And they're not newer cars. You know, we just like to keep our stuff clean. We always want to be able to have a good impression for all our guests. So know that there's going to be a car wash cleaning process. There's going to be materials you're going to have to buy, extra expenses, but it's so worth it to make sure that every guest is satisfied and happy through the full process. Number 6 is systems. And if you guys want my systems, I literally laid it all down. I'll probably even make a video on that. If you guys want systems, type right now in the comments systems. And if you guys want all our systems, I built so many different systems around our whole method, things that I'm literally just giving all to you guys. If you guys want this stuff, okay, I don't know if people actually want this or if they have their own systems, but the systems I've built from the ground up, from the very beginning to check-ins, checkouts, messagings, all this stuff. if you guys want systems. So I'll show you guys a couple of my systems. So number 6 that I've learned are we need systems, okay? Daily check-ins and checkouts. As you guys can see, 23 vehicles is a lot, right? So being able to manage what's out, what's in, what's going on for the day. And obviously we did not do this alone. We got a little small team with us that help us every day to be able to do this business day in, day out. Our most check-ins and checkouts that we've done in one day, I believe it was 16 or 17. I got to check the chats, but this was about 2 weeks ago. 16, 17, where we get vehicles in and vehicles out. And it was a lot. We had like 3 10 a.m.s, 3 12 p.m.s, and it was just like all throughout the day from literally 9 a.m. all the way to the absolute latest was 10 p.m. 13 hours of check-ins, checkouts, over 16, 17 daily check-ins, checkouts. So there's systems, there's processes to how we're able to do this, from the messaging to the exchanges to the communication. And then after the check-in and checkout, what do we inspect? What do we look at? You know, there's times where we got to follow up because of incidental charges where like we need to refuel because they didn't pay for the prepaid fuel, or there's times where, you know, they went over the mileage of their daily. So there's a lot of incidental charges, and then there's claims. There's a system for claims and following up and making sure that Turo is following back up with us and that claims are actually going through from like damages, dents, scratches, things that go in and out. So there's systems around all this stuff. So no, to be able to scale and make this business a lot simpler for yourself, you're gonna need systems, dailies, where you check every day. Hey, are these check mark, checking this in? How are the guests? How are these? Where's this car going? Are we maintenance this vehicle? Just know that if you can build systems around this business, it's gonna be a lot simpler to scale. So these are a few of the check-ins, checkout systems, incidental charges, systems, claim systems, customer service systems, check-ins, messages. So there's a lot. I just wanted to tell y'all that there's going to be systems a part of it. If you guys want that, type systems in the comments and I'll probably put something together. It'll be really, really in-depth for a lot of you guys that really want to know how to build this from the ground up. Don't know if anybody else is sharing this stuff in the space, but I'm going to. So let me know below and we'll get to it. Number 7, and the last thing that has helped us, it is customer service. Customer service, above all, has allowed us to get over 200 plus 5-star reviews. Customer service, the cleanliness, yeah, all that's great. The check-ins, being on time, everything, but customer service. Literally last night, I was up till midnight, a little past midnight, and literally one of our clients called us 12:30. He said, hey, I want to continue to extend. And then there's clients that call us 7, 8 a.m. You just got to be there for them. Customer service has helped us across the board, from the moment they book, whether it's a drop off at a hotel, pickup, to us literally reaching out, being part of the whole process, being there, whether it was within minutes or within the hour of answering their questions. Customer service has gotten us to the point to where, man, customers love us. It builds trust. It builds that relationship. And just know there's going to be messages like, hey, hope you guys had a great week. We'll see you in a few days. We'll see you here. This is all the information. Please send us your info on the exchange. Please confirm that we're still going to be doing it Tuesday at 5 p.m. Great stuff. They love when you check in on them, and it makes it personal. You actually could tell that you care for them. For example, when I see them, they're like, oh yeah, we're in town. Like I just had somebody today. We're in town for a honeymoon and you guys have been great. Thanks for all the information. Thank you so much for the accommodating us. Boom. By then, right? So I message them. I'm like, hey, hopefully you and your wife enjoy your honeymoon, enjoy Vegas. Any questions, let us know. So there's messaging, there's connections, there's where you're actually touching. I call them touch points, where you're tapping in and building that rapport, showing that you actually care. Because we care. We care because they're willing to pay to give to in exchange to rent our vehicles, and it will allow them to take care of our vehicles. And then, you know, a few days before, 2-3 days before, I'm like, hey, hope you guys had a great honeymoon, a great trip and everything. Any questions, let us know. Just want to confirm that we're still meeting here at this time. Those things that take a minute or 2 minutes or a few seconds to just tap and touch base really go a long way to land the 5 stars, land that say, hey, I'm going to refer you guys. I'm going to share your guys' stuff to other people, and I'm going to make sure that, you know, people know about you whenever they fly into Vegas. Good stuff. Customer service. World-class customer service creates a world-class culture in your company and creates a world-class experience for your guest in any business, every business. Customer service should always be the top, because if they're willing to pay you, they're going to come back. If they're willing to pay you, you better give top of the notch relationship building and touch points and just connecting at the highest level. I've been able to get so many great reviews just because of, you know, the person I am. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Or what's up? my brother or my sister, you know, I'll just be like, yo, what's good? Like, just being myself. And people like that, you know, none of that like robot stuff. So know that, hey, you're gonna have to sacrifice some stuff. They might hit you up at 10 p.m. at night. They might hit you up in the middle of something during the day, and you just wanna be there for them. We started building out our customer service team with, you know, other people helping, drop check-ins, check-outs, being able to actually say, hey, thanks again. There's a full process on that. I built that whole messaging system as well. So if you guys want part of that system, let me know. Customer service, it's where it's at. I know it's the last thing I shared, but it is the most important thing by far. Customer service. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is how we've been able to become an all-star host onto the platform, how we're creating a multi-six-figure rental car biz, and what we're about to do. So if you guys enjoyed this, tap the like, hit the sub. Any questions, let me know below. I know I've been in this game for less than 90 days, but over 250 trips, 200 reviews between both me and my partner's account as we're managing this day in, day out. We're learning a lot so fast, and I'm just here to serve, help you guys out. Like I said, reach out if you guys have any questions. I appreciate the love, the care, and even just hitting that like button would just help know that you guys like content like this. So, hey, y'all be blessed. Have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm so free, I got no chains running through the wall. Heaven got a playlist. I promise that's my favorite place, man. Faithful over famous. Yeah, faithful over famous. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so